Good morning, student. In this video, I shall discuss the dihybrid test cross as explained by the Mendel. Along with this, we shall also discuss the probability theory of different genotypes as explained by Gregor Johann Mendel. Now, what is dihybrid test cross? As we have already discussed the monohybrid test cross. Now, this test cross is used to verify the genotype or to test the genotype of the unknown dominant variety. Suppose a dominant variety we are taking here, suppose round and yellow. So since round yellow, it is a dominant variety of plant, but whether this plant is either purely dominant variety, that is homozygous dominant type RRY genotype, or whether it is capital R, capital Y, small y. That means whether it is homozygous or whether it is homozygous type or whether it is heterozygous type. Heterozygous type. So to test this, Mendel conducted this test cross, and that is why it is called dihybrid test cross. To test this, Mendel took the F1 hybrid. This F1 hybrid, it is your capital R, capital Y and small y. Now this is your F1 hybrid where it is heterozygous, and in this case what happens, four type of gametes are formed. This is your round and yellow type, then your R, small y and small r, capital Y and small r, small y. So four types of gametes can be formed here. But when it is crossed with the homozygous recessive parent, that means small r, small y, small y. So here only one type of gamete is formed. Now when he crossed, suppose this is the male plant and this is the female plant. Now four type of gametes are formed here, and only one type of gamete, suppose it is RY, it is small r, capital R, small y, and these are four types of gametes, small r, capital Y and small r, small y. Now when this pollen grain will fuse with this egg cell, then what will be the genotype here? Now it is your capital R, capital Y, small y, and this is the phenotype, it is your round and yellow. It is your round yellow type. Now second one, if this pollen grain will fertilize this egg cell, then which type of zygote will be formed? Now the zygote will be your capital R and small y. Now it will be your round and green type. It is your round green type. Now when the third pollen, that is your small r, capital Y, fuse with the small r, small y, then it is your small r and another capital Y and small y. Then it is your wrinkle and yellow type. And lastly, the fourth type of pollen, small r, small y, when fused with another small r, small y egg cell, then it is your wrinkle green type. Now there are four types of offsprings it will form in the F2 generation. This is the result for F2 generation, and in the F2 generation four types of combinations will be formed. That is your round yellow, this is your round yellow, this is your round green, and this is your wrinkle yellow, and this is your wrinkle green. So all four genotypes will be found here and four phenotypes will be observed here. Now what are these? What is the ratio? That is 1:1:1:1. If the all are of equal in number. So when all are equal in number, now the ratio, it is your 1:1:1:1. That is your round yellow, then your round green, then your wrinkled yellow and wrinkled green. So if the ratio of all the four varieties is 1:1:1:1, then the unknown genotype, the genotype of this parent, it is the dominant parent. Now suppose here we are taking this dominant round yellow variety because this genotype we cannot observe from the outside. So we observe that it is a dominant variety plant, but the genotype is this type, or that is your heterozygous type if the ratio is 1:1:1:1. So this is the test crop which is used by Mendel to test whether the dominant variety is either homozygous type or heterozygous type. Mendel used the probability theory, as we know that he is a mathematician as well. So that is why he used his knowledge of mathematics in this biological experiment to explain this biological experiment. Now, what is this probability theory he actually used in his experiment? Now, probability is the likelihood of occurrence of a particular event, whether this event occur how many times, and it is actually explained through his probability theory. Now, according to him, number of times that particular event occur divided by number of total possible outcomes. So this is called the probability, as we know in mathematics. So this probability theory is used here, and according to him, the range of this probability starts from 0 and it will be maximum 1. So 0 means what? There is no occurrence of that particular trait or particular character or particular event. If it is normally does not found there in the offspring. Now, when there is certainly occurrence of that particular character or particular event, then it is maximum. So this range from 0 to 1. Now this probability theory is explained here, and according to this probability theory, in case of monohybrid cross experiment, what happened? Suppose in the F1 generation of the monohybrid cross experiment, it is capital T and small t type. This is the heterozygous one, and when this F1 hybrid they crossbreed among themselves, then what is the result actually he observed in his monohybrid cross experiment? Suppose it is your capital T and small t, and again it is capital T small t. Now, what is the probability of occurrence of the gamete? Now, either the gamete will be capital T type or the gamete will be small t type. Now, the chance of formation of this capital T type of gamete is 50%, and the chance of formation of small t type, suppose this is the male plant, these are the pollen grain, suppose this is the female plant, then it is the egg cell. So capital T and small t, again there is chance of 50% and 50% of this gamete. Now, in the F2 generation, when this will fertilize this, then it will be a capital T, and as we have already explained, capital T, then small t, capital T, and small t type. Now, this explanation was given there in the monohybrid cross, but how it is explained according to his probability theory, and he used his mathematical knowledge to explain this one. Then how different types of alleles they combine together to form the new combination. Now here two type of alleles are there. One is capital T and another is small t. So when the capital T and small t type of alleles, they actually combine together to form these other different types of combination. And according to him, suppose this is the dominant one, this is the recessive one, and when they cross with one another, then what will happen? It is capital A plus capital A plus small a capital A plus small a small a. So these are the different combinations, and according to this, what happens? It is your capital A square plus a 2a plus a square. So this is the square of this allele, this is the square of this allele, and this is the product of this is the sum of this heterozygous. So this type of explanation, it is a mathematical explanation. Now when we are taking here capital T and small t, so capital T and small t, and when it cross with another capital T and small t, then this is the square of the capital T and small t. And when it is the square, now here capital T plus capital T small t plus small t capital T plus small t, and it is, he explained that t square plus 2t plus t square. So a square plus 2ab plus b square. By this explanation, he proved that how his mathematical knowledge is applied in the explanation of the monohybrid cross experiment. Here, what is the probability? 1/4 of this type plus 2/4 of this type plus 1/4 of this type. So here, this is the genotype ratio. It is 1:2:1. But what about the phenotypes? The phenotypes are, these three are tall. So that is why they are called, these three are the tall one, and this one, it is the dwarf one. So that is why 3:1, it is the phenotype ratio. And this is the pure tall is 2. These two are the hybrid tall or heterozygous tall. These are the hybrid tall, and it is the pure dwarf. This is the pure dwarf variety. Then this is the ratio of genotype of this F2 offspring. So Mendel explained this monohybrid cross experiment by his probability theory. Okay. Now Mendel also explained the dihybrid cross in the probability theory. By using the probability theory, he also explained how the genotypes and the phenotypes in the dihybrid cross experiment also produced or formed. Now, in the dihybrid cross experiment, two genes are normally involved. Suppose there are gene 1 and gene 2. And in case of dihybrid cross experiment, the genotype ratio, it is 1:2:2:4:2:1:2:1. So there are 9 different genotypes he observed here, whereas the phenotypes are only 4 types, 9:3:3:1. But according to him, the probabilities of F2 phenotypes, normally the probabilities of the F2 phenotypes are the product of the probabilities of the separate self-pollinated F1 monohybrid phenotypes. Now here, look at, now suppose the first one, the first gene, it is capital R type, or it is round gene, then it is yellow, then your genotype will be capital R, capital Y. Now 1/4 into 1/4 is equal to total 1/16. Now the phenotype is round yellow. So that is why the round yellow first genotype, it produces 4. Now 1. Now round RR, it is one probability of 1/4. Now here YY, it is hybrid one. So here 2/4, and here it is capital R, capital Y, small y. So it is 1/4 into 2/4 is equal to 2/16. This is the probability. Now it is a round yellow phenotype. The next one, capital R, small y, then capital R, small y, it is 1 by 4 into 1 by 4 is equal to 1 by 16. Now it is round green type. The next one, it is the heterozygous one. Now these are three heterozygous, capital R, small r. They are round but heterozygous, and when it's crossed with capital Y, then it is 1 by 2 by 4 into 1 by 4 is equal to 2 by 16, and it is a round yellow. It is 2 by 16. Then here capital R, small r, 2 by 4 probability, and here the capital Y, small y also 2 by 4. Then it will be having 4 by 16. That is heterozygous capital R, small r, and capital Y, small y. So this is round yellow type. Now here capital R, with capital small y. Then it is 2 by 4 into 1 by 4. It is 2 by 16. Then it is wrinkle and yellow type. Sorry, it is a round and green type. Next one, these are the small r. These are the recessive varieties. Now these are wrinkle 1 by 4, and here also yellow 1 by 4. It is 1 by 16. That is wrinkle yellow type. Now here 1 by 4, small r, capital Y, small y, 2 by 4. So that is why it is here wrinkle yellow. That is 2 by 16. Now here 1 by 4, small r, that is wrinkle, and small y, 1 by 4. Then 1 by 4 into 1 by 4, it is 1 by 16. That is small r, small y, that is your wrinkle green. So here these are the different genotypes he observed according to this probability, and also in his experiment he also verified this. Now next, he found total round. In case of dihybrid experiment, there are 3 by 4, 12 round varieties are there, and 12 yellow varieties are there. So that is why this 12, 3 by 4 into 3 by 4, the round and yellow. Now in the dihybrid, it is the monohybrid one, only one character, and it is another character, that is yellow. So now the round character is 3 by 4 and yellow character is 3 by 4. Now round and yellow, it is just the multiplication of the round probability and the yellow probability, and total it is 9 by 16 round yellow type. So this is the probability of dominant homozygous variety, that is round yellow. So it is a dominant variety round yellow total. It is 9 by 16, both homozygous and heterozygous. Now here it is round having 3 by 4 and green having 1 by 4. Now total round green, how many? Now 3 by 4. The round green type 3 by 4. Now here a wrinkle 1 by 4 and yellow 3 by 4. Then it is 1 by 4 into 3 by 4. That is your 3 by 16. These are wrinkle yellow variety. Wrinkle 1 by 4 and yellow 3 by 4. So 3 by 16 wrinkle yellow type. Now here the wrinkle 1 by 4 probability and green probability is 1 by 4. Both are recessive. So that is why it is 1 by 4 into 1 by 4 is equal to 1 by 16. So from this probability theory, he actually explained all the results of the dihybrid cross. And now the ratio, dihybrid cross ratio is 9:3:3:1. It is the dihybrid cross ratio. And in case of monohybrid cross, it is either 1:2:1. It is the genotype ratio. Then 3:1. It is the phenotype ratio. So that is why it is your homozygous one, homozygous dominant parent, and this is the heterozygous. So in case of homozygous and heterozygous, automatically it is 1 here, capital R, capital Y, this is 1 by 16, and here the heterozygous round yellow. The heterozygous round yellow, there are normally 4 by 16 times. This is So here it is 1:2. It is double of this, okay, or square of this. Now here it is 1/16. So here 1/16, and here 4/16, and here 1/16. So here 1:2:1, 1:2:1 genotype, which was there in the monohybrid. Now it is in the dihybrid also. It is the square of 1. This is the 1 square, that is here 1/16. Then it is here 2 square, that is 4/16, and here 1 square, that is 1/16. So in this way he explained the probability theory in dihybrid cross experiment, or you can just in the reverse way, he explained the dihybrid cross result in the form of probability theory, and his mathematical knowledge actually very much useful for this explanation, and later on it was verified very clearly. Now I hope this video will be very much useful for you, and if it will be useful for you, then like it and subscribe for further videos. Thank you.